Have you ever wondered what mysteries sticky tree sap could hide? Amber is more than a gemstone or a decorative trinket. It's a time capsule, a silent witness to worlds lost, organisms frozen in mid-moment, sometimes millions of years ago. A piece of amber is like a window into a vanished forest. You don't just see what was trapped inside. You see what it was doing when time stopped, whether it was crawling, feeding, or even struggling. These tiny golden tombs are perhaps the most personal fossils we have because they capture behavior, not just bones. Today, we explore 7 prehistoric creatures so strange, so delicate, that they were entombed in amber, preserved in exquisite detail, and some defy classification even to this day. These discoveries shook paleontology and challenged scientists to redraw the branches of the evolutionary tree. Creatures you probably didn't know existed until now. Stay with me, because the last one is so unexpected it blurs the line between delicate fragility and timeless survival. First up is Sialomorpha dominicana, nicknamed the mold pig. Discovered in Dominican amber about 30 million years old, researchers George Pointer Jr. and Diane Nelson described this tiny microinvertebrate in 2019. The mold pig is less than the width of a human hair, yet preserved in such detail that we can study its body plan. What makes it strange is that it's neither a mite nor a tardigrade, even though it resembles both. It has 4 pairs of stubby legs, molts like arthropods, eats fungi and small invertebrates, but lacks the claws typical of its relatives. Scientists had to invent a whole new classification for it, because it doesn't fit anywhere else. The mold pig proves that even in micro-worlds, evolution was experimenting with forms we still don't fully understand. Next comes Elektorornis chenguangi, a bird frozen in amber nearly 100 million years ago in what is now Myanmar. What makes Elektorornis unforgettable is its foot. The middle toe is freakishly long, longer than the bird's entire lower leg bone. No modern bird has proportions quite like this. Paleontologists suspect it used this toe like a probe, sliding it into cracks of tree bark to snag insects hiding within. Think of an eye, the primate of Madagascar with its strange finger, or a woodpecker's probing tongue. Now imagine such specialization evolving in a tiny Cretaceous bird. Amber didn't just preserve bones. It captured the fine texture of skin, feathers, and even scales. That long probing toe is frozen mid-stretch, as if the bird is still searching for prey that escaped it 99 million years ago. Our third creature is Chimera phossis, a tick with a name inspired by myth. Why chimera? Because this tick seems like 2 animals fused into one. Found in Burmese amber dating back to the mid-Cretaceous, Chimera shows features of both soft ticks and hard ticks. Its body combines traits from both lineages, making it a missing evolutionary link. Imagine this tiny parasite clinging to the skin of a dinosaur, feeding quietly while the host never noticed. It's creepy, but it's also scientifically groundbreaking, because ticks are usually classified into strict families. Finding one with a blend of features hints at an evolutionary crossroads, a moment when one lineage was splitting into 2. Amber preserved not just its body, but a story of parasites adapting to entirely new kinds of hosts. Fourth is Amphizoa triassica, a gall mite from the late Triassic, about 230 million years ago. This fossil was found in northeastern Italy and represents one of the oldest arthropods preserved in amber. Imagine that, amber this ancient, from a world long before flowering plants took over. Amphizoa lived on conifer-like trees, secreting waxy filaments to protect itself from drying out. The creature itself is so tiny, barely 1/10 of a millimeter. Yet in amber it looks timeless, like a tiny snowflake trapped in gold. Finding it proved that even before the age of dinosaurs reached its peak, mites were already crawling on branches, feeding, and adapting to tree ecosystems. It's a reminder that the tiniest players in the ecosystem have been there since the very beginning, shaping life in ways we hardly notice. Next, we move to Eoporapis balticus, the rare pauropod preserved in Baltic amber during the Miocene, about 40 million years ago. Pauropods are soil creatures, close relatives of centipedes and millipedes, and today they spend their lives hidden in leaf litter and under stones. The odds of one being trapped in amber are astronomically small. Amber comes from tree resin, and pauropods don't crawl on tree trunks. Yet somehow one got stuck. Maybe a storm washed soil onto a tree. Maybe resin dripped onto the forest floor. However it happened, the amber captured a ghost of a world we almost never see, the hidden soil microcosm of the ancient past. To this day, Eoporapis balticus is the only pauropod fossil known, a one-of-a-kind glimpse into a vanished underground world. The sixth discovery is Aethiocarenus burmanicus, often described as the alien insect. If you saw its triangular head and elongated body under a microscope, you'd think you were staring at a creature from science fiction. Preserved in Burmese amber around 98 million years old, Aethiocarenus had long, slender legs and defensive glands on its neck. When scientists first described it, they didn't know where to place it on the insect family tree, so they gave it its own order. That's how alien it looked. Later debate suggested it might be related to Elektorornis, another strange insect from amber. Regardless, its presence tells us that Cretaceous forests were buzzing with insect diversity, so bizarre we still struggle to classify it. Amber doesn't just show us insects. It shows us evolutionary experiments, odd body plans that didn't survive, and branches of the tree of life that ended abruptly. Finally, number 7. Electrorana limoae, one of the oldest frogs ever found preserved in amber. Discovered in Myanmar amber around 99 million years old, this specimen is small, fragile, and miraculous. Frogs have weak skeletons that rarely fossilize. Yet here we see a juvenile frog, complete with skull fragments, forelimbs, a hind limb, and even parts of the backbone. Beside it, a beetle was preserved, as if frozen in the same fleeting moment. Electrorana tells us that frogs were already thriving in humid tropical forests in the age of dinosaurs. They hopped through damp forest floors, feeding on insects, and surviving in the same ecosystems that giant reptiles ruled. This find proves that amphibians have been part of forest life for nearly 100 million years, quietly thriving in the background while larger creatures came and went. These 7 creatures remind us that life's history is stranger than fiction. Amber doesn't just preserve bodies, it preserves behavior, ecology, and even the drama of the moment. Each piece is like a paused movie scene from millions of years ago. And even today, every new amber discovery has the power to overturn what we thought we knew about evolution.